Good damn morning, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. Got to give a big birthday shout out. Happy 48th to my man Chris. You're just not a spring chicken anymore, man. I'm just kidding. You have a good day. Also, big shout out to Harold. I appreciate the love and support. You guys have a good day. Make sure you toast to your fellow Americans today. And if you do something bad, name it after me. Now, let's talk about it, man. It's 420, man. You guys smoking weed, man? Oh man, there's gonna be a lot of smoky houses today. A lot of hot boxing while you shelter in place, man. Also, speaking of men, let's talk about the man, Trump. He is blaming China for the China virus, and people are upset. They're saying that he's doing this to deflect from the terrible way he's handled the virus. I don't see it as terrible. I see it as doing things that we had to do. They were talking about, oh, it's been so bad. He even started calling it the China virus. That's racist. How the fuck is that? That's what we do. You ever been to KFC? What does the K stand for KFC? You ever put a little Louisiana hot sauce on something? You ever had St. Louis style ribs? You ever heard of a New York minute? That's what you do. You name shit after where it came from, or you name it after the person who invented it. The shit came from China. It's the China virus. See, the reason this has never been a problem before is because we've never lived in the post-apocalyptic world of PC culture. This was never a problem before. It was like, yeah, the shit came from here, so call it that. Period. But now, oh shit. Now, you know, if this was the Norwegian flu or the fucking German flu, you know, wherever they have a bunch of white people, they wouldn't give a shit and they wouldn't call it racist. But since China is chock full of colored people, it's racist to say that the fucking flu came from there. How is that? And you damn right we're blaming China. And he said if it was a mistake, it was a mistake. We'll deal with it accordingly. It was just a bunch of you weird fuckers eating bat dicks and shit and it got out, whatever. But if you purposely, intentionally release this onto the world, more specifically America, there's going to be consequences. We're going to have a fucking problem. And we should. Something needs to be done. We need to be done with China. We need to make our shit here or get it from countries we can trust. Maybe other Western countries that share our beliefs and culture. Imagine that shit. We need to be done with China. Bzz. Get out of here, China. Bzz. We're done. How many times are you going to fuck us over? If China were a restaurant, how long are you going to eat there? You gotten sick from that food the last 3 times. You're a damn fool if you go back a 4th. Then it becomes your fault. Because you know that shit's bad. You know it's going to make you sick. You know it's fucked up. So what if we have to pay a little more for things because it wasn't made by the hands of a fucking 8-year-old? Or because it wasn't made in a factory where they need safety nets in case the workers can't take that shit anymore and they got to jump out of the window to try to kill themselves. We have any businesses like that here in America? What factory in America has suicide nets? What factory in America has children working for them? None. That's how it should be. Fuck China. You damn right there's going to be consequences. Look what they've done to the world. I forgot what somebody's damn face looks like because everybody's wearing fucking masks. When's the last time you shook a stranger's hand? When's the last time you ran into a buddy out in public and you wanted to give him the half handshake, half hug? Couldn't do it. I ran into a buddy of mine a couple weeks ago. We rubbed our elbows together like a couple of fucking germaphobes. This shit needs to stop. This is unprecedented and it needs to never happen again. China needs to pay. Now, whether it be straight cash, through trade, embargoes or tariffs, or we're taking all the property back that you purchased here, or fuck your debt that we owe you, something along those lines. Something needs to happen. China needs to know, oh, we can't do this shit anymore. Be done with them. No more business. Who's our biggest customer? Ever since I was a kid, I turn over one of my toys. It says made in Taiwan, made in China. You notice when you see something made in the USA, you're like, yeah, like you take a moment. You don't just brush over it, gloss over it. You don't do that. It's like, oh shit, made in the USA, that's right. Because it's something special, and it shouldn't be. It should just be the way things are. They should be made here. And like I said, if they can't be made here, we need to get it from a country who shares our beliefs and our quality of life and our quality of work. And the ingredients that are used, the materials that are used. Remember that toothpaste shit? There was some kind of poison or lead in the fucking toothpaste we got from China? That should have been it then. Wait a minute. You're selling us poison fucking toothpaste? We're done. They make our fucking medicines? How? Wait a minute. A country we can't trust, a country who has fucked us before, a country that has infected us before, makes our medicine. Would you let your worst enemy cook your food? Fuck no. Why? Because it's not safe. Continue to blame China. And it doesn't matter who Trump blames or what he says. There's one thing that is going to get him reelected. There's one thing that's going to get him another 4 years. Very simple. Keep us as number one. As long as you take care of us, no matter what that entails, as long as you put America first, you will be alright. I promise. That's all we want, is to have somebody in Washington, to have somebody up there that thinks about us and puts our needs and wants first. As long as you do that, we're fine. Same with the China virus. As long as you put our needs first, i.e. paying people because you took their jobs away, getting rid of this shit so we can get back to work, so we can get back to life, you'll be fine. Get comfortable. Call that moving company that's supposed to come get you out of the White House and say, fuck off. We don't need you for another 4 years. Simple. Also, and it's funny that I saw this story on 420, man. There's some fucking illegal immigrants, some detainees in Bakersfield, California at a detention facility who are hunger striking. They think that the Border Patrol agents who work there, who have been entrusted with their care, are not using proper masks and medical equipment, and they're not going about this properly to keep the detainees safe. Now, to that I say this. Well, if your fucking ass wasn't up here illegally like you weren't supposed to be, then you wouldn't have to worry about being in a fucking building where you might get infected with the China virus. And they say they want to be released. Release them! What, really? Why do we even have detainees? Release them! Take them to the Mexico side, open the gate, pat them on their ass, and say, get the fuck out of here. Like in the old Western movies, when they need one of their horses to get out of here, they jump off the horse, they hit it on the ass, and say, yeah! That's what we need to do to these fucking illegals. You don't want to be here? Open the gate to the Mexico side, slap them on their ass, and say, yeah! Go on, get your ass out of here. How the fuck you gonna complain about some conditions you shouldn't even be in? You should be down there in Mexico looking at America like, man, I hope they get this China virus shit under control. Not in one of the buildings having a hunger strike complaining about your conditions. Fuck you. Get out of here. You don't got to worry about the conditions. But since they want them to eat, if they don't want them to hunger strike, give them some fucking weed, man. Let them smoke some weed. I bet you'd be hard as fuck to do a hunger strike then, wouldn't it? The munchies hit your ass, it's over. It'll be nothing but Cheeto dust. Nothing but Cheeto dust and Tapatio. Shit. But since it is 420, let's keep in the vein of the green, man. I'm gonna tell you some stories of when I was in high school and I was smoking weed. Now don't fucking judge me. What were you drinking, smoking, snorting, or shooting up when you were 16 and 17? That's what I thought. So, when I was a kid, I was a teenager, I worked at McDonald's, my after-school job. And I remember the day I went for the interview. I had a button-up shirt, slacks, and dress shoes. And my friends were like, oh man, why are you all dressed up like that just for McDonald's? Yeah, I got the job, fool. And I remember you same clowns were like, man, can you put in a good word for me at McDonald's? Not if you come in there dressed like an asshole. You better put that button-up shirt and slacks on like I did. Anyway, so I'm hanging out with my buddies on my day off. And we're getting high as shit. We're high as giraffe pussy, all right? Eyes slammed, red, the whole nine. So I go back home, and the phone rings, and it's my boss at McDonald's. And he says, can you come in? And I'm like, nah, man, I can't make it. It's my day off. Of course, I didn't tell him why. And so I hang up the phone. And my mom says, of course, not knowing that I'm high, my mom did not play that shit. She wasn't one of those, oh, well, it's cool if they smoke and drink as long as they do it at home because I'm safe. So they're safe. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, she said, who was that? I told her. She said, no, you better go to work, make some money. I'm like, shit. So I go into work high, cripplingly high. Is that a word, cripplingly? I think so. Anyway, I'm all fucked up. So I show up to work. And it was during, this is back in the late 90s, so they had the 29-cent hamburgers, and on Sundays, you could get a cheeseburger for 39 cents. So you know people were coming in there, buying those damn things by the bag full. No exaggeration. So I show up and I had a manager who was actually the same age as my brother, so he was about 4 years older than me. So I come in looking like Cheech and Chong. He takes one look at me and goes, oh shit, man, go to the back and make cheeseburgers because you didn't want my ass on the register. So he puts me in the back and I'm making cheeseburgers. And so you can make, the way it was set up, you can make 24 cheeseburgers at one time. You heat up 24 patties, you get 24 buns, you squirt the mustard, the ketchup, the onion, the pickle, slap the patty on there, wrap it up, throw it in the microwave to melt the cheese, and you dump it into the slot so the people up front at the register, they can turn around and, grab the hot, fresh Mickey D's from the little slots. So I get back there, I'm doing my thing, I cook the 24 patties, I get the 24 buns, mustard, ketchup, onion, pickle, all that shit, right? Ready, got them lined up, boom. Put them together, wrap them in the paper, throw them in the microwave, melt the cheese, put them in the slot, I'm done. So when I dump them in the slot, I turn around and look, and there's 24 patties there. Well, if the 24 patties are sitting there, what the fuck was in those 24 cheeseburgers that I just made? Oh, cheese, but no burger. So I turn around, and I was actually going to grab them, take them out, unwrap them, all that stupid shit, put the patty back in there, rewrap them, and put them up. But these were so popular that by the time I turned back around, all 24 cheeseburgers that I just made, or really all 24 grilled cheese sandwiches that I just made, were gone. They were fucking gone. I was like, oh shit. Nobody ever came back though. Nobody ever complained, no phone calls. I guess they figured, fuck it, man. They were probably as high as I was and didn't even notice. So that was my highest shit at Mickey D's story. Now, another one, when I was a freshman in high school. So this is a few years before that. I tried it then, took a break, got back to it when I was like 16 or 17. It's what teenagers do. So freshman year, we have this project, and it's me, my buddy, and this other cat who was older than us. He was a couple grades ahead of us. We're all in this group. So we're like, yeah, man, we'll meet up at the beach and discuss the project. Yeah, right. So we get to the beach. Somebody packs a bowl. We smoke some weed. And this was, the first couple times you smoke weed, the shit is crazy. It's like a dream. It's like an out-of-body experience. So I'm sitting there. We smoke. I'm high. And my buddy, he has a bag of barbecue Lay's potato chips. So we bust those open. We fucking inhale them. I don't think we even tasted them. And I'm sitting there, they get out of the car, and I'm sitting there like this in the back seat, just looking at the radio, and I'm listening to the radio. I hear the song. I hear the DJ talking, hey, everybody, that was so-and-so on 92, blah, 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 right? And so my buddy taps on the window, he's like, hey, man, let's go. I get out of the car, and I was like, oh, my bad, man. I was just sitting there listening to the radio. This had been like 5 minutes have gone by. And my buddy was like, the radio's not on. I have the keys right here in my hand. So I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I was listening to, but it was a great song and a great DJ. So we get out of the car and we walk down to the beach and we're sitting there laughing and giggling and shit as high teenagers do. And I'm sitting on the sand and I got my arms behind me and I'm kind of leaning back, resting on my arms. So I look at my hand. I'm like, oh shit, I got some seasoning from the barbecue chips we just ate in my hand. Hell yeah. So I lick that shit and I eat it and I start crunching. I was like, oh shit, man, that was sand. What the fuck? There was no barbecue chip seasoning. That was sand. You just had your hand in the sand, dummy. What do you think it was going to be covered with? So basically, what I'm saying, kids, is don't do drugs. Unless you're a tax-paying citizen, you can support your own habit and don't come on me to pay for your shit, and you keep your head straight and remain to be a productive member of society. That's what I'm saying. Don't do drugs, kids, until you're grown. Then you do all the drugs you want. So, this is my weekend. It is 420, man. So you guys have fun and be safe. Make sure you get your favorite snacks for after you smoke weed, man. Oh, shit, but you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please, subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit liberal cries. Make sure you get your Jericho Green notification tone, just $1.29. Link in the description box. Help your boy stay independent. Utilize the PayPal link and the Teespring link to get your green gear. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.